Setting up for YouTube. I don't even know what the topic of tonight's going to be. Done. Okay, here we go.
What do people say? What do people say? What do people say?
Oh, I did not mean for that to be recorded.
What?
Well,
hey, it's live and we're real.
It's live. Hey, what do
I don't
people
even know
say?
the topic of tonight's going to be. Done. Okay, here we go.
What do people say?
Oh,
What do
so
people
look,
say?
they actually make you
What do
live.
people say?
Oh, I did not mean for that to be recorded.
What?
Hey, it's live and we're real.
It's live. Hey, what do
I don't even
people
know the topic of tonight's going to be. Hold on, I gotta learn how to do this. Oh, so look, they actually.
Steph sounds like a parrot.
Oh, you know what? You know what I need to do? I need to
What?
stop.
Stop it then.
I need to mute,
Oh,
or I need to mute the video because that's you guys are still on Zoom.
Oh,
Yeah, you
so
muted
the
something
feedback,
last
you're
week.
getting the duplicate.
yeah, you muted something last week. You delete
I
that?
just muted it now. We're still live now, honey.
Oh, we still live?
Yep, girl, we've been
Hey,
live.
we're working it out while we're live.
Look, welcome to Spirit Closet. We're trying to get this thing together for y'all. Spirit said, "Do it anyway." Like, do it anyway. Look, just do it. You become pros soon. We're gonna work with you.
Okay. So I don't see it live on Facebook.
Oh, there you go. See, look, I'm glad you said that. I need to put it on there. See it.
Oh, let me, I'm gonna,
Look, we go next week. We're gonna be perfect. We're gonna be pros. We're gonna have everything together.
Yes, we are. We're gonna be good. I have fun with this because I work so much in the corporate world. I could have fun with Spirit. Look, I can laugh and joke around and make people smile, connect people. I'm okay. Back to the page.
Oh, Steph, I see your flickering light on YouTube.
Right.
I gotta
Is it
check that
flickering?
out. Huh? Well, it's on the page.
We'll talk about that. We'll get to that.
Yeah. Okay, so I still don't see it live on.
Because I haven't put it there yet.
Okay.
No.
I'll be patient.
No, I'll put it there.
I'm the Spirit's impatient one.
Why is all these numbers right?
And hard-headed.
Well, I try. I'm not by myself though.
Okay, it's thundering, and y'all know, some of y'all know my story about thundering and lightning.
And lightning.
I know.
Okay,
But keep it over there on your side.
I might disappear.
check.
I know. Look, just keep it on your side of the world.
Okay.
Okay, you should be good now. You can check your face.
All right, let me check.
I'll talk to the lightning spirit and see what they do.
You check out the YouTube and see if anybody's
I'm on YouTube.
Okay, there we are. We're live on Facebook. Okay, I see you, Charon. I see you, but
Nope, I don't see nobody on there yet.
Hey, well,
okay, hold up. Wait a second. So I get you posted a link. So
yeah, I posted the link
to go to YouTube, and I just see your picture on Facebook. I don't see you live on Facebook.
You have to push play on the picture.
No, there's no play. There. Hold up. Yeah, it's just taking me to Facebook. I'm sorry, to YouTube. I'm sorry. There we go. We got it.
You got it?
I got it.
Okay. Yeah. It has to catch up, I think.
It's a lag. It's a delay.
Mm-hmm.
So we are good.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna get somebody one day who's gonna be like a technical Spirit, gonna send somebody like the technical expert and say like, help.
Yeah, when my son comes home, because this is what he goes to school for.
Oh, hey, yeah, he be like, okay, he'll watch a few episodes of this, and he'll be like, let me help.
Yeah, that's why I got a new camera. It's like, Mom, you need to get a 4K. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I like that camera. That's
Thank you. I call him production.
You don't even know it yet, but he production.
He is production.
Well, I know one thing. I was just saying, I think I told you guys, I was like, oh, I gotta travel, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and I can't do it. And and I was just telling you, like, I just happened to go on YouTube and this video popped up on my screen that said, just do it anyway. And I'm like, so even though I traveled all day, 4 a.m. to 4 p.m., 12 hours from Atlanta to DC, I'm like busted, but Spirit says show up. Thanks, we show up and show out. Okay.
And here you are.
Fun. Okay. Yeah. So I think what we should do is maybe we can do a quick little recap of last week, what we talked about. We talked about ourselves mostly. Yeah.
Yeah, we
And
gave
our,
talked about our gifts and when we realized we had them.
yeah, and certain experiences. That was really cool. That was fun. So anything that came to you guys after that episode that you want to just discuss? I thought about your rabbit. Yeah, your
That's how I
rabbit
lost
story.
my.
I thought the rabbit story. I thought that was so cute. I was like, oh, like how come everybody's spiritual awakening is not like that? Mine was like somebody died, like right. I was like, what? They're dead. No.
Yeah, but I lost my first boyfriend. That was my boyfriend. I was in the 10th grade. I was like, look under the bed. There's the rabbit. And back in the day, that was when you had the phone where you could hang it up. You hear it like slap, like bam. And I heard him scream, ah, and the phone clap. That was it.
Have you seen him since?
Yeah. Yeah, because we went to school together.
So what happened when you saw him? What did he do? Run the
He
other way?
stayed away. Then he started talking. Remember the movie Carrie?
Yeah.
No, he call you crazy, Carrie. He call you crazy, Carrie.
Right.
Mm-mm.
So that was it.
Yeah.
It was a wrap.
Man will ghost you in a minute when they think you can see through them.
Exactly.
Oh,
Especially
no,
in the
she's
bedroom. I'm in the
everything.
bedroom looking under the bed.
You know everything. I can't get away with nothing. Good Lord.
Like I was out the closet. I'm under the bed.
It's funny because if you remember last week, I told you about the guy that I told him he was going to have car accidents.
Mhm.
And he did. Well, he friended me on Facebook like a month ago. I'm like, does he remember? I started to send him a message. Like, do you remember those accidents?
Gosh, that reminds me of a friend of mine when I was doing massage therapy back in Sacramento. And he came down to get a massage at the studio. And, he was on the table and I was like, what are you going to do when you leave here? And he's like, I'm going to go home. He said, well, no, I might stop out and have a drink at the bar. I said, no, you should go straight home. Just chill. You don't need to be out there drinking, be safe. And I'm telling you, he's like, no, I say, no, this is a message. This is a direct message from Spirit. You need to go home. Or he did not go home, and he called me the next day after he got out of jail. He had a DUI. I was like, oh
He got out of jail.
Steph almost choked on her water.
That really going to jail.
I was like, oh, dang, I would have told you. Spirit didn't give me that much information like he was going to go to jail. Because if I'd have told him he was going to go to jail, I bet you he would have went home. Oh, my gosh. Okay.
That is hilarious.
This is too much laughing.
So what have y'all experienced since our last conversation? Y'all talk to anybody, heal anybody, save anybody?
Well, you know what I found too is I think the more that you work with your intuition, it's it's like any muscle in your body, And what I'm finding is that the more I allow myself to tap into spirit and to meditate and sit in that quiet space, spirit just shows up for me. Things just seem to manifest and go the way I need them to. I was just telling my business partner, I was like, we need to have a display and we only have 2 of our 3 items. And then I was in the kitchen and I was like, this would be perfect if we had all 3 bottles. And literally I heard like, you do have another bottle. It's in the closet. And I was like, what? I got another bottle in the closet. I was like, I knew I had another bottle in the closet. So I was like, I told my friend, I was like, where? Let's go look at the closet. And sure enough, there was 1 bottle left in the closet. And I was like, oh, thank you, Spirit.
It's amazing. I just love when stuff like that happens. You listen and follow instructions because you can just like override and not pay attention. And it's like, I knew I heard that from somewhere. And then, and it works out.
Yeah, perfectly. So yeah, needless to say, tomorrow, I'm over here in DC. So I have all 3 bottles of the samples. So, that's beautiful. So it's going to be perfect. So excited about that. So yeah, that was the experience for me. So yeah, I was
very nice. I had a neighborhood yard sale last weekend. I didn't participate. I said, let me just peruse through my neighborhood. And I was drawn to this one lady's house. And as I was talking to her, this little young girl came to the door and she called her. She's like, I forgot what her name was. She's like, I need you. I need you. So I told her, I was like, go, tend to your baby. I'm just, walking through the neighborhood. So she said, oh, no, she's fine. And then the little girl, she came back and she's like, can I come give you a hug? And I said, that's very sweet. No, go tend to your baby. And she said, oh, no, 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 she does that. She's okay. And then she proceeded to tell me how this little girl came into her life. This lady used to be a school teacher,
Mhm.
and she had a week left in school. The police and social workers showed up at the school and said that the little girl couldn't go home. So the teacher said, well, I will keep her for a week because, she didn't want her to miss the last week of school. She was probably about 5 or 6 years old. So, listening to the lady, I could tell that she's kind of patting herself on the back, and boasting about what she did because what she did was very commendable. Not a lot of people will step in and take someone else's child. But then she started talking to me about how the family never came up. She literally just gained custody of this little girl less than a week ago. So she said she never received payment, never got a check for this little girl. I told her, don't focus on the money because what you did not get from the court or from the family, God is going to bless, multiply. Already you changed this little girl's life. You've changed her world, her heart. And I told her, I said, you may not know this, but this little girl was molested. She was touched, and they stayed in a hotel. And she was shocked that I knew this. And so I had to let her in. I had to let her know my secret. I told her I had a gift and I was drawn to her house for a reason. I said, apparently this is the reason why. And she said, she confirmed, she said, yes, the little girl's family was living in a hotel and her mom would allow men to come in and just touch this little girl. And I told her the way God is so amazing, how he would create us and children, our brains, where her brain is already, just because of the love that this lady is providing her, her brain is already shutting down and closing out all the bad, the negative things, and to just move forward and continue to love and embrace this little girl because God's word said that love will cover a multitude of sin. So I told her, just continue to love this girl, continue to nurture her, and God will bless. I told her, you never know who you're raising or who God brought into your life. So just continue to do the right thing. So that was one of my stories for last week. What happened afterwards?
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Yeah.
know.
Stephanie, you always have a lot of stories.
Yes.
They're always so funny too. The people, what the people do.
What do people say? What do people do? Which one do I want to tell? So I could tell you one from just yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yolanda and we went to eat. We went to lunch, brunch, whatever. So I was pulling up in front of my office building and parking. It was this lady coming out. I know her. She's in another office in that building. And the people started talking. She was walking to her truck. And I was like, wait a minute. Keep working hard. Keep doing what you're doing.
Mhm.
And you're going to be blessed. And they telling you lies. She said, I already know. I know they telling me lies. That's why I'm going now. I'm going to take care of my stuff. I'm going to keep doing it, whatever. So I had a moment. We get moments. We get moments where we like, why we keep blessing everybody with this knowledge, but we don't get the information we need when we want to. So I started kicking and screaming. I was like, I want somebody to tell me what to do. I always tell people what to do. Why I can't have somebody tell me what to do? I need somebody to tell me what to do next because I got all this stuff on my plate. I need to know what to do next. I was having a fit. I was stomping, wasn't I, Yolanda? I was.
Yes. She was having a little tantrum.
So my cell phone rings, and it's from somebody that I had stopped talking to him because Spirit be talking to me, telling him stuff, and he hard-headed, he don't listen. So it gets on my nerves. So I just stopped talking to him. I haven't talked to him probably maybe in about 6 months.
Mhm.
So when I said that and my phone rang, I said, all right, here we go. I said, hello. He was like, I know you stopped talking to me, whatever, 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 but I felt inclined to call you and tell you this. You need to do this, this, and that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. He just started telling me and answering the questions that I had going on in my mind that I needed to hear from the people, the spirit, or whatever, because I have so much going on. Sometimes I delay and don't stop to listen. You know, just to be honest, there's just so much going on, so much I'm trying to do, and I try to push through. So he just laid out my plan for me. He was like, I don't know why I was led to tell you this. I was like, you know why? Because he not talk to the people. I said, the people told you to call me and tell me that. That's why you're telling me. You ain't got to play that game with me. I know who's talking to you too, because the person started saying stuff like only they knew. So it was like confirmation of who I knew it was, you know, that what they was telling me, who to trust that person. So, you know, we get confirmation on who is present. So I knew who was present. They knew I didn't go to the bathroom that day. They was like, you didn't even go to the bathroom. You didn't even go to the bathroom yet, did you? Because him and I had this run-on joke. Too much information. I'm not going to tell you. But anyway, so I knew who it was. So, you know, I felt good. I felt better. I was having this pressure and all this tension around my head, which finally left because I'm laying out my plan on what the people said to do. So that was yesterday.
That was yesterday. You gonna tell us about today? Oh my God. Do you want to tell us about today?
You want me to go forward with today?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, so let me see. So this is a young lady that works with me. Her and I are friends.
Oh, is that the one who put the video up?
You want me to talk about that yet?
Yeah, you can. I mean, you know, you can reference the video is on the page.
Okay, so there's a video.
Flickering lights.
There is a video that we posted today, and she has a lot of interaction with her people because she's around me a lot. So we have a lot of fun with it. Well, if you go back and look at that video, you will see what I'm talking about, because I don't want to go back and retell a video when you could go review it. She it's this thing with the lights that flicker. Few years before I could hear, the people used to communicate me through lights. So it started with the lights in my office, and I didn't know what was going on, but sometimes I'll do like a soft flicker, or sometimes I do like a flicker, like like disco lights and all that stuff. And so I started picking up, I didn't know it was spirit, the people talking to me, but I started picking up when certain people walk in my office, the lights would go crazy. I'd be like, okay. So somebody else would come in my office and we're talking, and light would be like one flicker. If that person come back in my office again, my lights would go. So I started picking up, like following it, tracing it. So lo and behold, I had to fire that person because I found out that person was stealing. So if I'm having a conversation with somebody, say I'm reprimanding somebody, and I get into getting ready to start fussing and get into it, the lights start flickering like, no. And when I stop, the lights will stop flickering. When I start talking to them like calmly, the light will go like that. So that's how the people would communicate to me so I knew if somebody came around, if they was bad, if they was good, they need to be fired. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to fire this person. I know what's coming up. Let me get prepared. And lo and behold, they would do something, I had to fire them, right? Or reprimand them or something. So that was the initial way that spirit would start interactively communicating with me. Well, anyway, it started following staff. Like I had a staff, the light would flicker and follow her. She's getting mad in the grocery store. The light was, if she get ready to fuss at the person at the register or get mad, the lights will start flickering on her and following her. Well, anyway, the girl that, if you go back and look at the video, the light, she was staying with me and the lights would flicker on her. You have to go back and watch her story. But the lights would flicker. So her most recent flicker was when this young man was at her house. So y'all have to go back and watch that video because it's funny, but we have a lot of fun with these light flickers. It still flickers, right, Yolanda?
Yes, all day. Strobe light. I mean, you would think you're on a disco.
Yeah. So Yolanda's right here. So
When
when
we
Yolanda,
start talking about,
go ahead.
no. Okay, so when I was having conversation with Stephanie about certain things, certain people, and her light started flickering, going off. I was hard headed. I didn't listen.
I say, Yolanda, you're not supposed to talk to that person. And she was like, but I can't say the fill in the butt. She could do that on her own. I was like, Yolanda, it's not a good idea to see that light going off like that. It was like
Look, my light in my office just fell.
I heard something.
It started flicker. It was before she could hear. So it would flicker. The light, like my house is haunted. Like people might, if you didn't know anybody, you would think my house was haunted with the light. It would be a haunted house if you was on TV somewhere because the way the lights flicker. And they'll follow you around and flicker. Until you get, yeah, if you have a thought, if you have a bad thought, it'll flicker on you. Like, So.
Wow.
Exactly.
Flickering lights, yeah. Actually,
Yeah, Yolanda, it is flicker on Yolanda. Like I thought the light was going to explode.
Well, you just now saw my light in here. It just fell over.
Oh, and then
it got brighter.
And then what week was that? I was on the phone with you, Yolanda, and I said something about my mother, how it was something bad about. I was like, she used to get on my nerves with some. Girl, I had a surge. My kitchen light was like, I was like, oh.
Uh-huh.
And Yolanda said, I said, Yolanda, my lights just surged. She said, and that's why I ain't say nothing. When you said that, I was quiet.
I was quiet. I would not respond. Oh, no.
lights. No, I don't get the light thing too much. I get a lot of numbers. Like, I thought when I first had my spiritual awakening and just my first encounter with spirit, I was just like, if I keep seeing these numbers, 11, 11, 2, 2, 2, 3. It was just so crazy. Like everywhere I go, I go to the store and I'm about to buy something. It's like, your change is 220. And I'm like, I just left home at 2. I was like, just everything. I woke up in the middle of the night, I'm asleep at 222. It was just crazy. I said, I feel like I'm being haunted by numbers. I was like, something is trying to contact me and tell me something, communicate with me. I just need to figure out what it is, And then I think the thing is, once you acknowledge it, like you said, Steph, once you realize, okay, something's more going on here. And it's almost like, okay, spirit is like, okay, she got it. So let's move to another sign. So then it started to graduate from, 11, 11 to 2, 2, 2. Then it started to be, mixed numbers like 5, 4, 6, 5, 4, 6. So I was like, okay, well, I need to look up I started studying numerology. So then I was like, okay, now I understand numerology. And then that's when I eventually started to hear messages. And then it was literally like, I'm just standing there and like somebody's literally standing right next to me talking to me, but there's nobody standing next to me talking to me. But, then it became very clear, when I would hear spirit speak, and I'm like, okay, so it scared the out of me at first. I like, but I was like, okay, I get what's going on. I can either embrace it, run from it. I ran from it for a long time, of course, and I had that, what we call that time being in the spiritual closet where I just didn't tell anybody about it. This is like a 10-year process for me actually to be here on live talking about my spiritual experiences. Trust me, but I think spirit is just pretty much like, oh, you're gonna do it. It's just a matter of when, So until then, we're gonna just have a little time here and a little party in our closet, But once I started to realize how, it's kind of torn, but once I realized how helpful, I was to people, I've seen people that have lost, children, that have lost, spouses, and just being so like on the point of suicide. But, when you just happen to say something, a message that, you don't even know you're giving them a message, but it turns out to be something that they wanted to hear, needed to hear, and that maybe kept them from, killing themselves, or maybe kept them from, being depressed for the rest of their life, maybe help them find a little bit of happiness, in their life. So for me, that is a gift to me. And to me, to choose not to give someone that peace and that happiness, and to maybe help them reclaim their life, what's left of it, without their loved one. It's like, how can you not share, So it's an interesting place. And I think it's a gift to be shared. It's a healing gift. So I enjoy it, and I have lots of fun. Like I said, working in business world and corporate America all the time. But you have to have a certain way about yourself. But now I'm like, look, I come on here at live, and I'm with you guys, and I'm with Spirit and with whoever's watching. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be as stuffy and professional and all that stuff. I'm gonna laugh, I'm gonna crack jokes, I might even curse. I don't know, haven't felt the need to yet, but I think I will. You'll see, we'll see when that happens. Somebody comment when we do that. Yeah, so yeah, I was actually over here just messing with my cards, because I do tarot cards, and I was just like just shuffling them and just picking up the energy, and it's a lot of money. I mean, like, it's somebody about to make some money. Like,
we love money.
I see so many pentacles around here. Like, I got the 10 of Pentacles, I got the Ace of Pentacles, I got the King of Wands, which means fast money. So that means somebody's about to make some money real fast. I don't know if you're changing your jobs, if you getting a new business partner, or a new relationship to somebody, marrying somebody got money, or dating somebody money. I don't know that, look, because love is here too. But if you have been going through a cycle of lack in finances, it's about to be an extremely fast shift in somebody's situation. And I hope it's not. I'll take that message. I'll take that message.
I know, I think everybody can take it if it's really.
Look in every category.
Yeah, but look, no, I got the two biggest money cards here. I got the 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. I don't even see them on here. But
there we go.
this is like the Ace of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. I mean, don't get no better than that. And I got the King of Wands, the fastest energy here. So somebody about to get some money. I mean, it probably should. You might wake up with somebody in your couch like that. So, yeah, I just had to get that message out.
Great message.
So y'all saw me shifting down. I was looking at my cards.
I love tarot cards. People don't understand it, but I was telling somebody, I listen to them, like, say, on YouTube. I may cut my YouTube. I'm a YouTuber. And how people on YouTube do the readings.
Yeah.
They just do randomly readings, and I could click on the one that's showing up in my news feed, and it will be related to me. People like, oh, you listen to them? I was like, well, yeah. They was like, well, why? I said, because the universe knows that I'm coming. The universe knows those cards that you're going to pull, and it relates to whoever's watching. It's for that person that's watching, and that's what I love about it, because it really connects the person in the universe to those cards.
Right. Yeah. And I always tell people too, it's definitely an energy thing. The same energy could be picked up without the cards, but the right. Cards are fun, they're artsy. And for me, what they do is they keep me on track, because when you're channeling spirit, there's so much information coming in. It's just coming in. You might forget something, but I'm not going to forget, because I got the Ace of Pentacles here. I got the 10 of Pentacles here. I got the King of Wands. I got all these cards here that I'm looking at to make sure if I start talking about one thing, I go back. I'll get that message too. Now, when the cards are not here and all this information is coming in, I'm giving it out. It's just like, okay, did I forget something? Seriously, oh yeah, you forgot that. But the cards is just so much detail. It's so much art. It's almost like you're looking at color, which is one of the reasons why I like our backgrounds, because of the colors. But if you see how the cards are so colorful, you can just like kind of start looking into the colors. And like, if I'm just staring at this red right here, and then as I'm staring at this red, I'm thinking like, how does this make me feel? Oh, it makes me feel all mushy and gooey and lovey-dovey. So I know, like, oh, somebody's in love. Dang, somebody's in love. Who's in love? Which one do y'all love?
I love myself. I'm in love with myself.
I'm in love with myself too. See, you know what? I'm like,
what's that song? I've just been loving myself.
I've been really loving myself. And I think that's how I got here. That's how we got here, because I was like,
exactly.
You know what else I love about those cards? How y'all shuffle them, and then that one card just flings out. And it's like the people just pluck them out like, this is it. It just pops out. I'm like,
you saw that last night when I was doing shuffling. It was like, ooh. It was like, should we do this time? Ooh, should we do this time? The card flew all the way across the room. Like, okay, I guess Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Yes. And I'm not a good shuffler, I don't think you really have to be. I think that's almost like playing spades, right? Do you have to be a good shuffler, right? To win? No, right? I don't ever want to shuffle or cut the deck when I'm playing cards. People, they be like, you shuffle, you cut. No, no. No. Yeah, I'm shuffling now when I'm talking. Sorry.
Okay, I'm waiting, like, okay, she's gonna do
I'm
another
just
reading.
gonna pull one more card because
Yeah, go for it.
there's in that, and I don't even know. I'm just gonna pull for a current energy, and I'm gonna pull current energy for somebody that's watching because I think there's 4 or 5 people watching.
Is it on you? Where you see them at? Who you see,
I'm
Yolanda?
looking at the YouTube and I see
I don't.
watching. Is it? It better not be us.
One,
Us, right?
2, 3. You see, I can't tell.
I don't even know.
Steph, where are you on YouTube? I'm looking at Facebook, so I'm
I'm
not
on
seeing a lot on
YouTube.
Facebook.
Nobody
Yeah.
is-
It's coming out. I'm like shuffling these cards, like somebody. It sounds like somebody's like, "Ooh, she better not pick me. She better not pick me." So like,
There's nobody saying anything on YouTube, but
you could tell it's just like for watching. Like if you look at the watching,
Yeah, but we are taking questions tonight.
I don't know how you gonna find it.
If they type it in. Let me see.
Yeah.
take a question. She might pull a card for you
Even.
if you're
Dang
interested
it.
in knowing.
Oh, one just came out. Ooh, yay. Oh my good. Oh my gosh. Oh, the fool card came out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the
What does that
fool card.
mean?
You're like, you called me a fool. No, I
Like
called
being
you
a fool? What does that mean? What does that mean?
No, the fool card. That means a new beginning. The fool card is like this naive, innocent energy that's willing to take a risk and do something new and start something new, go on a different path, just change things up, whether you think about a new job or a new lover or a new car or just something dramatically shifted. Maybe that's where the money's coming in at because I'm like, all this money. So maybe there's something drastic that you're going to be doing or changing with, like I said, career, love, a move, whatever it is. It's going to create a great shift in your money and love. So you're probably going to move somewhere, have a new beginning in love and in career. So somebody who is moving, who has got a new love, who's got this new energy of the fool. And that means the fool means that it's okay to take a leap of faith. So if you're considering not jumping off that cliff or making that move or taking that new position or whatever that it is that you're contemplating, I feel a strong energy of contemplating for somebody, but it's okay to do it because the fool is the best card for new beginnings, fresh energy. And I don't feel any negative energy attached to that decision. So yeah, oh my gosh, this is good. This is great. And with the fool card matched up with all this money, that means you're going towards money wherever you're going, whether you love, moving, new job. So yeah, you're making the right decision.
God takes care of fools and babies, so they good.
Look, so somebody,
Fools and babies.
hopefully that message was for somebody that was watching, and the replay somebody's gonna be watching too. So that's probably gonna be for them. And if it's not, share with a friend, and maybe it's for them.
Speaking of watching and replay, when I gave the message last week that somebody was going to need to buy paper towels, we found out later that somebody that was watching did say before we went live that they was supposed to buy paper towels, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
like how you
right. Yeah, how they know people told me that somebody need to buy paper towels. Well, however, also in the replay, a friend of mine told me that before he watched the YouTube replay, he said, I need to buy some paper towels. And then he sat down and started watching, and he was
Lord, I'm like, what?
Yeah, he called me, he's like, Steph, I need to buy paper towels. He told me a story. I was like, well, that's true. I was like, Spirit is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
How they just lined that up perfectly.
But he's like, you need to buy paper towels. You just don't know you need to buy it, right? Like somebody else, right? Like, that's hilarious.
That is funny.
Goodness. Oh my gosh. I just laughed so hard. I'm over here sorry everybody. I hope I cover my face like that. It's really laughing.
Let it out.
I know. But that's so healing. Laughter is so healing.
It is.
It's so therapeutic. I'm probably gonna get so much healthier doing this show, because I'm gonna laugh more, I got stories that make me want to cry. Yeah, so it's just definitely a journey. It is. God, that's what we call it, a journey with spirit. And you guys can email us. I gotta put an email up. Maybe I don't think you have an email up, so put an email up. Maybe on the YouTube channel we do. Email us. I will do like private readings for people. And I'm not sure if you ladies will, but I will I'm very picky because I don't just open myself up to everybody's energy, It's
Right.
just,
Right.
But if I have a very compelling story, I definitely will because, and if I feel called to, I might, you might contact me and I'm like, I don't feel anything. But if you contact me and I feel something and I feel for your situation and spirit says, okay, yeah. But so if anybody wants to just hit me up, I think we have, you can probably go to spiritcloset.live@gmail.com. And we do have another email. I'm going to post it. So, and it's probably on the YouTube channel. So,
Yeah, and they can message us on Messenger.
yeah. I'm not the, I'm so learning social media for this. Spirit is like, oh, you're going to learn social media for this. So I'm like, okay, so I have a learning curve with the social media stuff. But the good thing about, we can all help each other and deal with it.
Very good. Since we were talking about the spirit and the paper towels from last week. So today, I'm not a hairstylist. If you normally see me, my hair is usually up in a bun on top of my hair. Had like last week or just wild and down. So tonight, as I was preparing for the show, I have a new do. I don't do hair.
You did a great job.
I didn't do it.
Oh, okay.
Spirit, well, I did it, but I didn't do it. See, Spirit told me, they did it for me, and they said just do it, and whoever's watching will know who it is or who it's for. So I'll let you all see. I don't know if you can see the back of it all
Wow.
around.
You physically did it, right? But they told you how to do it, right? I'm like, wait,
Yeah, I
like,
did it, but they were guiding my hands and doing it for me
oh yeah.
because I don't take the time to. It's going to be wild and down or up in a bun.
Yeah,
That was
that's
my birthday.
very unique. Yeah.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
my birthday.
You want to tell that story, Steph?
Well, they had a birthday party for me in April, and Yolanda comes up to me. She was like, I didn't do my hair tonight. I was like, okay. She said, somebody did my hair. The people told me to fix my hair like this and you will know who it is. I was like, yeah, you got your hair just like my mother used to wear it. It was crazy. She was like, I didn't know. They said they wanted to show their presence and so I could be happy and comfortable or something. Well, you could tell that part, Yolanda, but
yeah. So as I was getting dressed for Stephanie's party, the spirit says, they literally did my hair. Normally, if I'm doing my hair, I had to take it down, do it up 1,000 times. But one swoop, it was up, it was done. And they said that they wanted to be at Stephanie's party. So when she looked at me, she would know that it was her presence that was there. And she would know exactly who it was. It was her family.
Beautiful. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it was her mom.
I showed her the picture. I was like, your hair is just like, and I showed her. It was like, wow. Her and another friend of mine, they was like, wow, that's amazing. I was like,
and that makes me think too, yeah, with how spirit can guide your hands, like I said, being a massage therapist, I have a lot of careers. I think that's a part of what spirit wants me to do, just, do everything, know everything. So, by being a massage therapist, I work, there's always a flow, a move, a stroke in the process, and I never worked that way. I always just got the person on the table and I just let spirit guide my hands, and, I would always get, when I was in massage school, all the people that would come see me and they would always tell my instructor, like, she always knows where to go. She always knows where to go. And I will tell you about this one lady I was working on. She was on my table and I kept feeling the need to go over to her right shoulder, upper shoulder area. And I kept feeling the need to go over there, but I was like trying to do full body massage, but I was like, okay, well, spirit, I'm going to go over there. Give me a second and work my way back up to the top of the table. So I went over there and, I was just like, do I say anything? I don't know what's drawing me over here. So I just finally told her, I was like, for some reason I keep being drawn to this area right here. And I was like, I want to work right here. I something's right here, some energy that I just want to, I said, but I'm afraid to touch it. And then she just started crying. I was like, hey, did I hurt or what? She's like, no, she's like, her twin sister was actually at the hospital that day, just having breast cancer removed from that same spot.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, and she was like, this is the exact spot. And she's having surgery today. And I was just, we both like started crying. And I was like, I said, well, have you been checked? And she was like, no. And I was like, you should. And I was like, I'm not saying anything, but I'm just saying, you just should. It's just, if it could be in the family, just, because she was afraid to go get checks. But I think, just from the experience of me being called to that area and having that conversation with her, she said she was going to go make an appointment to get checked as well. But see, that's another way, like Spirit was able to use my hands, guide me to where to go to bring up that conversation. Maybe, I don't know, I didn't follow up with her, but maybe it got her in to the doctor and maybe it got her early detection. Who knows what could happen, but it was all for a reason. So yeah, I can totally relate to, like I said, your hair was to be able to, to present a certain way for Stephanie, to maybe give her a type of feeling in that moment at her party. And, for me, it was for maybe to get this woman to stop avoiding her own procedure to check and make sure she doesn't have any breast cancer. So yeah, that's another beautiful story. We just have great stories. That's what this Spirit Closet is about, sharing these stories, because people don't really talk about them, out loud. It's not, Spirit is not everyday conversation, not these type of stories, of course. So we want to just open up that conversation and, stories of healing, messages, love, light. Stay away from dark stuff. I tend to meditate, protect myself. I pray, I ask for no darkness or light to, dark entities to come to me. I surround myself in light, say it right. But I try to make sure that, I have a great foundation in what energy comes towards me. So stay very protected in that sense. So you'll only get messages of light, love, and healing, on this particular channel. So yeah, but we have tons of them. I mean, and I think the more we have them and the more we talk about them, the more they happen. It's almost like, we're walking into this space, and every time we walk out the front door, it's probably going to be something that, we're going to encounter, because now we are sharing it with the world. So we're actually, doing something with the messages, and maybe, helping someone else. So.
Exactly. You know what? Share something, Stephanie shared with me about her mom, um, pertaining to the birds. Remember, I told you I was outside the other day, and this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blue bird. They're like iridescent blue and green stripes down the wing. He was really small, and I could see his wings went out and was very pointy. He kept flying around me, very low and very close to me, and I didn't feel like, oh my gosh, get this bird away from me. I felt at peace with this bird, and then the color of blue was more like an indigo color. It was very beautiful. So and I shared that with Stephanie, and she shared her story with me about her mom and birds.
Okay, that'd be another episode. That's another thing, like the lights.
What's that? The birds and the, well, like
another thing, kind of similar to the bird. It's a long. I have a.
We're gonna give you a whole episode for that.
Yeah, that's an episode about the bird.
Talk about that and upload it.
I can do what?
You can talk about that and upload it.
I may do that.
Yeah, like sometimes, and we'll do that sometimes. We don't always have to have such a formal platform. I might just decide, I have a story and I want to tell, and I'm just gonna hop on and tell it, or I'm just gonna upload it, and I might just get up at 2 a.m. and pull some cards or do a quick video, or just it doesn't have to be so formal. We don't really have a script per se. Sometimes we will, but for the most part we'll just communicate.
And we'll have guests on, and we'll do some teachings and some. I know I have, I can share with y'all, different tools that I use before how spirit used to communicate with me, and spirit may communicate with you now. You're just thinking that your house is haunted, or something else is going on. It's really spirit is trying to communicate with you, like the lights. And I had the next story would be about the birds. They try birds. It's like spirit will try different ways to communicate with you to get your attention. And it's like you said, Charon, once they get your attention, they'll keep moving forward. And next thing I know, I'm hearing full blown. So I don't know if they seeing if you're comfortable with it, or if the birds don't scare you, then let's try this. So if the lights, you don't run from the lights, then let's try it.
That's what it is. I think that's what it is, because I was like, okay, I'm seeing things, a little, nice things, colorful things, hearing things. One time I was laying in bed, something touched me on my shoulder. I said, oh, that's not okay. I said, don't touch me. I said, you can do everything else. I said, I'm not open to touch. I'm not open to being touched. Because I almost jumped 10 feet out of my bed because I got tapped on the shoulder. It was actually when I was going through one of my divorces. Look at me, one of my divorces.
One of them.
Yes, one of them.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but I could see it.
I know, I saw my face. I was like, did I say that? But I'm transparent on this platform. But one of my divorces, and I was literally like, because I was blindsided. Like he didn't like I didn't see it coming. Like he just came home one day. I was like, I'm leaving you. And I'm like, where you going? Like, you going to the store? No, no. He's like, no, I'm leaving. So I cried my eyes out that night. I mean, I literally what I'm gonna do. I was like a stay-at-home wife, so I wasn't working. I mean, I just was like, I had no idea what's going to happen. And literally, I just got this touch on my shoulder and said, you're not alone. And I literally just jumped out the bed. And I was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, literally jumped 10 feet in the air. And then I said, okay, I was catching my breath. I was like, oh my God. I was like, okay, don't do that. Just don't touch me. I was like, spirit, like we can do everything else, spirit, but just don't touch me. And then all of a sudden I was like, ooh. Okay, and I finally calmed down a little bit, and it was like, again, on my shoulder, you're not alone. I was like, don't do that. I didn't say don't do that. I was like, okay, like, no touching. No touching. No. So that's my line. That's my hard line, spirit. Don't. And I never got touched again, like, ever. Like, but my mom told me stories of, with her, she always got, like, touched. Like, she never, like, create that boundary, like, don't touch me. So I guess it would happen to her all the time. But I have to tell you guys a story about my sister. I wish my mom was here to tell it. She's cracked me up. She was like, she said one day my sister was, she said she got up in that morning. I guess my sister, and I might not be telling it right, my mom sees this, but the most part was that she got up that morning and my sister was gone. And she was like, she never's gone early. I usually have to like come in and wake her up pretty much, pour a bucket of water on her to get her out the door, and for some reason she was already gone. And she was like, I can't believe she's gone. So she said, next thing she just, okay, she's gone. She started walking around the house, and all of a sudden she said she went in the bedroom, and she said, next thing she just got hit in the back of the legs, and she got swept off her feet, and she fell and she hit the floor, and my sister was under the bed. So my sister was under the bed hiding. She was gonna skip school and lay under the bed all day.
Wow.
But my mom was like, spirit was like, no, you're gonna find her.
So your mother had gifts too? She was okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's special. All three of us, our mothers were gifted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was hilarious. I was like, oh my gosh. She got so busted. She was going to just lay under the bed all day and decide, like, oh, I went to school. No, you didn't.
So it's funny because I guess I don't care about being I've been through so much crazy stuff. So I was on the sofa asleep. It was like I came home from the office and it was like 5 o'clock. I must have slept until 5:45. First thing, my leg went boom. It was like I had it on the recliner. My leg went doom, doom. I was like, all right, I'm up. I jumped up. I'm like, okay, I'm up. Right.
Oh yeah. You will get picked out of bed.
Go back to sleep, huh?
When it's time to get up, it's time to get up.
Yeah, I jumped up. I was like, all right, I'm cooking. I'm going to cook. I was like, okay.
That's so funny.
I know, I just have fun.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Oh no, I guess got so many more stories. It's just I can't even tell you. It's just so many.
Yeah. if the community, you know, our group or whatever want to share their story, like we say, email us, messenger, what is it? Messengers? Message us, and you know, we'll
Oh yeah, all of the information is in the description. So I did put everything there, like Facebook. I'll make sure I go back and put the email just in case I didn't, but I will.
Yeah, I got so much stories to tell. So we're gonna say I got a good one. We're gonna have to save for next time.
I got a lot. Spirit has saved my life so many times. I mean, like, I'm like, I'm not supposed to be doing. I was like, they saved my life so I can come work for them. Because I'm like, I've been saved so many times from so many things. Like, I was actually got robbed one time, and I was like, you know, I'll just tell this story real quick. I had went to the gas station, and cautionary tale. You know, when you go pump your gas, I got out to go pay for my gas, but I didn't lock my door. So when I came back, I got back in my car, and then I drove off to my next destination. And then when I pulled up at my next destination, I was sitting there and I was getting ready to get out of my car. So I was grabbing my purse, and next thing you know, the guy lifts his head up from my back seat.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh,
scared the crap out of me. And I looked up in the mirror and I'm like, and then he was in the back where the hatchback is. So he jumped into the back seat, and then he jumped into the back seat behind me. And then he was trying to reach around the front seat to grab my purse because I was getting my purse out. So that's when he was like, okay, let me come for her purse now. So I'm over there like, give it. We over here like tussling. I'm like,
oh my
you know,
God.
Spirit's like, he has a gun.
Oh
I'm like,
What in the world?
I was like, he has a purse. I heard it on this day. I heard a loud voice said, he has a gun. Give him the purse. And I was like, okay. So I let go, but I was literally like fighting and tussling with this guy, like, oh, you ain't get my purse. Get out of my car. And finally, I said, oh, got a gun. So I said, here you go. And then he basically jumped out the back seat and out the back door and ran down the street. He went halfway down the street, grabbed whatever money was in my purse, was probably like $60, and he threw my purse down the street. I was able to get my purse and my ID and all that stuff. But literally, like, Spirit was like, this man has a gun. He is gonna kill you if you don't give him that purse. I was like, oh,
God for Spirit, like, Lord, you fighting a man with a gun.
I didn't know. You know, my mind wasn't even thinking. My mind was like, you ain't getting my purse. My $60.
Oh my
The designer purse was
like, and I ain't gonna go buy no new ID at DMV and stand that line and all that. Look, I was like,
I'm sorry, I would have been out the car the moment I turned around and saw somebody in the back. You had a car, you have it all.
I was thinking about the line at DMV. I was like, oh no. Like, I didn't get a new ID. Oh no. But no, yeah, girl, that's happened to me several times. Spirit is like, girl, like, Spirit has intervened so many times when my life could have been just gone. So I guess I should be sitting here doing this work. I work for you now, Spirit. I do. I turn my life over.
That's a beautiful thing.
That's nice. So many times. I mean, yeah. Yeah, and I could sit and laugh at it, but it was scary when it happened. I mean, I was like, oh my God, you know, yeah. Like, who the heck is this man just jumping in my car? So I always tell people, when you go up your gas, lock your door. You just think you're going in to pay. I mean, it was daylight too, like literally, like, he just got in my car. Like, really?
Okay, now I have a story for you. It's kind of funny, and I guess it's sort of like yours, because I was in church and I had to go to the restroom. And I'm funny about when I go out in public. I always check on the floor under the stalls. So before I go to the restroom, I see a pair of dirty sneakers in the stall. And I was like, ooh, none of the ladies wear dirty sneakers to church on a Sunday. And so I looked at the corner, the hole on the stall, and I could see a guy looking. I hit the door and I was like, hey, you come out, get out. And he wouldn't. So I left and I went out and I got one of the, a couple of the deacons, and I was like, hey, there's a guy in the ladies' restroom. At this time, I'm like, I'm really pissed. I'm like, because I'm thinking about the little girls that go into the restroom,
Right.
to use the bathroom, and it's Sunday morning. Long story short, this guy, he came out, and whenever he got near me, I could feel, well, prior to the bathroom incident, it was a guy that whenever he got near me, it was like two magnets the opposite, I mean, a positive and a negative trying to come together, but you couldn't force them together.
Mhm.
And immediately, Spirit was telling me, hey, there's something wrong with this guy. This guy is like way off. So later I went into the restroom, and that's when I found this guy in the stall in the bathroom and chased him out of there. I mean, that was the one time in the church. I'm ready. I'm like, let's go. you know.
He was like, I'm handle this. Girl. Oh my goodness.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah. You can pick up energy because I can
Mhm.
tell you guys this one time. I went to the courthouse. I don't remember why, but I had to go there and, I had to wait. And I sat next to this guy in the back row. And I sat next to him and I don't know, these chills went up my spine, up my back. Do you ever hear the hair stand up on the back of your neck? Oh yeah, the hair. I said, this man killed somebody. I said, I know this man murdered somebody because the feeling I got when I sat next to energy, I just said, look, I had to get up. I couldn't stay. I just like, no, I was like, he killed somebody. I was like, I don't know what he's sitting in court for, but I was like, everything he told me, I was like, get away from this man. His energy was just, oh, it was horrible. I've never felt anything like it. Like, if you just imagine just like you saying, I met a evil person, like you don't even have to know they're evil or bad, but the way they made you feel, I was just like, this is what evil feels like. I have no idea what this man did, but I'm about to walk out this courtroom and go stand in the hallway until I have to get called. Like, no, we're good. We were not about that. But yeah, so energy is like that intense, it's super intense. And I get that feeling too. If I meet someone and you're not cool, I'm like, bye, you ain't gotta tell me twice. I'm not messing with you.
You see the back of my head. I am out, gone, like jetting.
Yeah, I've had that before where I met somebody before and I thought, oh no, and I ignored how I felt, and then I started dating them, and I'm like, oh my, I should have known when I got that feeling. I should took off immediately. Nah, here 2 years and still here with the mess.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
or
That's
while you're
another
sleeping.
story. That's another story. That's another story. We're gonna do that stuff. That's another episode now. That's funny. That's
yeah, we can do a whole episode on how
I know. I'll save it for the next episode.
in our relationship, huh? Like, spirit, like, spirit, I have had spirit tell me, don't you go out with that person, like, and I'm like, oh, and did this, and yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a whole nother story.
right.
I was walking down the aisle, and sorry, well, I don't think the one I'm talking about be watching this, but I was walking down the aisle. I was like, why am I doing this? I can't believe I'm doing this. Spirit was like, don't do it then. I was like, I do it. At some point when you get down the aisle and there's, and people are there and you're in your dress and you just say yeah, because. But I was like, oh, spirit was like all the way down the aisle. We were having like, no. I was like, oh man. Yeah, so that's a whole nother episode. Yeah, we could talk about
that episode is going to be a very fun episode. Oh my gosh,
yeah.
the story.
That one next week. Maybe we do that one next week.
Yeah, none of my exes better not watch.
And none of her exes. None of my exes know, except one. My ex-husband know.
Mm-hmm. I don't think none of
my second ex-husband.
I don't think none of mine know. Yeah,
none of hers.
Yeah, one of them knew. Because I remember he was like, what? You're gonna make a decision based on the card? I was like, it's deeper than that. It's like, it's not that simple. It's complicated. God. Let me stop laughing.
We've been on here an hour.
Yeah.
We got some people on here. Actually, the girl that the young lady that I was talking to, she was going to a car, and I was like, you got to keep working hard. She's on with us. Lynette's on.
Welcome.
I talked about you earlier, Lynette. I don't know if you saw it, but you can see what happened after I talked to you.
Yeah.
Lisa's on here, the one with the flickering lights. Y'all have to go back and watch her episode.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Lisa. Welcome.
Yeah, I posted that today.
So that would probably be the same with her, because they gotta be like, so you based your decision on the flickering light?
I use a coin. If I can't make my decision, I'll flip it. And I think it's on here 3 times.
I'll grab my card deck so fast. I'll grab my card deck so fast. I'll be like, You about to be out the door. You better hope.
Exactly.
You better hope I pull a king of wands.
I'll be like, all right, people.
The worst card to pull.
I mean, with him or not, I just ask the people, and they'd be like,
the worst card to pull for is 3 of Swords for relationships, because that means somebody got a third party. There's like 3 people in this situation.
Another good friend of mine is watching, Sandra. She said we are having too much fun.
We are. Oh my gosh, we are. Look, we plan on having a whole bunch of fun, you know.
Yes.
And I mean, I think that and I don't want people to think that we don't take spirituality, seriously, because we do. Like I said, we can talk about the healing aspects, the loving aspects of it, but it's, we can talk about the fun, of it too. Laughter is healing. So, Spirit wants us to laugh. Spirit wants us to be healed. Spirit, is actually, and one thing that people don't realize is spirits that we connect with, especially if they're departed spirits, they're, spirit, like just because if you're a funny person in life, once you cross over and pass on into spirit world, you're still funny. So if you connected with me, you still got that same funny personality. So I'm still dealing with someone that's funny, giving me messages to give to you. So it's funny. It's going to come out funny. And they want you to get the message the way you know them. It's like, it's not going to be, you're not going to be able to recognize it or validate as them if the message comes out without their personality. That's half of the validation process. That we have to translate the message the way they would do it. So sometimes it's funny to us because we're like, really, you want me to do that? Want me to say that? But yeah, I have to do it just so, I can get the message through to you. So yeah, so it's not that we don't take it seriously. It's just that it's just beautiful.
So that's a good way to end tonight's show.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all like, share, follow us on Facebook. Our Facebook page is what, Sharon's?
It's in the description. It's Spirit Closet. Facebook group is Spirit Closet.
Yep.
And subscribe to our channel on YouTube.
Yes, please like and share our channel on YouTube. We want to grow that channel so we can reach as many people that are like us and want to hear from us. Yeah,
because you get tired of hearing our stories one day. No, you won't. Just playing. No, you won't. I just correct myself. No, you won't.
And like we said last time, we can't help everybody. It may be other people that need to help you. Like other people that are like us can't help everybody. So there's certain spirit groups that can help certain,
Yes, it's our soul tribe. If you're drawn to us, our energy, our light, this is, your soul tribe, right. So, that's the part of sharing, someone else may see it like, oh, and this is their soul tribe too. Maybe it's not. They'll click off if it's not there, but, give people a chance to laugh, especially if you know people that have lost people, people that are mourning or grieving, and, you may want to, if you know their personality, if they will be open to it. Some people will be like, oh, I don't, I think once people dead or they're dead, and they may be closed off to it, but maybe this could shift their mindset, who knows? But yeah, just do what you feel called to do. And that's all you do.
Yep. All right, everyone.
Very good. Thank you all for watching and for joining us.
We'll see you next week, or go on our Facebook. We do lives on Facebook, uploads on YouTube. So you could go back and watch content. We talked to Helen before. Go back and look at Helen on Facebook.
I couldn't get Helen, I think because you went live on Facebook. I don't know if I can get that video on here, so that you would have to join our Facebook group and, you can get access to those videos. Yeah, we'll have this sorted out eventually.
Helen was a beautiful love story.
Really? Oh, like, what's that movie, The Notebook?
The Notebook, that's how she made it to be.
He said, wait a minute, that's how she made it to be.
Y'all go back and see it. Y'all got to go back and watch the footage. So
I'm a hopeless romantic. It was beautiful. I mean, she was showing it. It was beautiful.
Sharon, y'all go back and watch that video.
Yeah, watch Helen. Watch Helen.
I still watch the Titanic, so I'm like a really hopeless romantic.
So it's funny because her and I 2 different personalities, so it's 2 interpretations of Helen.
Oh Lord, and when you watch Helen, you will see the 2 different personalities between myself and Stephanie.
Yes.
I'd be like, he slept with Helen, and that wasn't.
What?
And I'm like, oh, he was so sweet. That was so romantic.
I'm like, romantic.
My parental advisory up here.
He slept with Helen. Helen dead.
Okay, so but he carried Helen with him too. So he made sure that Helen,
He
went
watched
with him
TV
wherever
with
he went.
her.
It's so sweet.
Mm.
That's beautiful.
All right, Sharon, we can go.
Okay.
It
Bye,
was a
everyone.
beautiful thing.
Thank you. Thank you guys for joining us. I hope you guys are laughing as much as we are, because I feel.
Good night. Wait till y'all hear the other stories. I can't wait. Okay. Good night, y'all.
Good night, everybody.